gosh. Am I there? And there we go. That'll do. Cuba Gooding Jr. Bink, sorry. I couldn't find it on the timeline. My eyes are old and weak. Right, I'm back. Boom. Ben Stiller. Already been done. Boom. Martin Landau. That's an old name. Martin Landau. Why not then? Is he the one from Bonanza? Or Little House on the Prairie? I can't remember. Martin Landau. You got some arched eyebrows, haven't you, Martin? Martina, should I say. See if she's in the back file real quick. Copy. And no. Why have we got two back files open? Damn it. That one. Cuba Gooding. Buy. Paste. And searching. Whilst it searches, I will get it. Marilyn Monroe and Dolly Parton. Both been done as well. Linny, sorry. Just search the names. Come up. Martin Landau. FTM walked into the bar. Bartender said, "Why the long face?" She has got a long face, hasn't she? Very narrow. Beautiful Cupid's bow. High set ears. The triangle. Long and narrow. Not wide. It should be wide. Like this fella's here. He's got wide eyes. This one doesn't. Who's got the furthest apart eyes? Go on, take your time. There's only two answers. He's got nice cheekbones, hasn't he? Look at the difference in the male cheekbones. Go on. Take it away. Anytime you like. Space 1999. Oh, yeah, that's an old show, isn't it, Anna? I'm showing my age. They were the ones with the long... The spaceships looked like lizards or... Yeah, lizards. Big, long, white spaceships with, like, 4 landing feet. Martin Landau. We're looking at Martin Landau. Is that Pee Wee Herman? It is. Look at that little freak show. Another one. Didn't do anything. They just humiliation ritual. He had a big square chin, didn't he? That's a jaw implant. But guess what? The triangle is still small. FTM walked into the bar. Bartender said, "Why the long face? Look at the bowling ball head here, look. Why the wide cheekbones?" Take your time. 2 answers. Right and wrong. I don't even know what that is. It looks like Lauren Bacall, but it isn't, is it? Barbara Bain. I've never heard of him. Tell me, which one of them's got further apart eyes? Apparently, the triangles don't work. If they didn't work, I wouldn't talk about it. I really wouldn't. It's one of the first things I spotted when I was looking at dogs. I was just like, that dog's got a bigger face. That's got to be a boy. Without seeing the bodies, I was just looking at dogs' faces, 2 dogs side by side. I was like, that's got to be the boy. It's bigger. Bigger face, wider eyes, bigger ears, bigger teeth, longer face, longer nose, everything about it. And then I thought, it's the same in cats. Take a look at a lion versus a lioness, and then you start to wonder how they keep the man small and grow the woman tall. Well, they use human growth hormones on the woman, and they use human growth blockers on the man. Sometimes it doesn't work. It just spirals out of control. God's natural remedy kicks in. You will be a boy. You shall not pass. Boys, we're fun bags, lot. If you ignore the fake tatas and look at the cheekbones instead, this person who's meant to be a man has got no cheekbones, but look at those bad boys. And this side. when looking at the human face, it's the male that has these huge cheekbones that draw inwards and then downwards. You get these inward lines like this down the sides of a face. You don't have them. You got a triangle bottom face, but you got a nice strong jawline, and so do you. Martin Landau, she got chicken nom nom look. Right, Martin Landau, let's get the image. We're out of pictures. Let's see what walking brings up for us. I think we're done right there. Martin Landau in full mints. Two big fellas walking by his side. Look at the shoulders on that so-called lady. I don't think so. Oh, kipper-footed look. Walks like Charlie Chaplin. Ski with legs. Another Martin Landau from the wrong angle. But look at the size of that foot. It's tiny for such a big man. From female Bigfoot. Hey, Bevy mentioned that the skulls are not primary marker. I don't class them as the primary marker. I go with hips to prove. The skulls can be messed with, I agree. But when produced properly on a 50-50 picture, if I push it up a bit, it's close. You get a true representation. I'm telling you, the minute you bring those eyes in, you can see it. Even when I've got shown it on videos, when you bring the skulls alongside, you can see that the female eyes match in place and the males are just above it. When you bring them in, it's so simple to do. Bevy mentioned that they don't work. Yeah, someone else mentioned that as well. I think Bevy's going to say that because Sean skull checked Bevy and came up wanting, strangely enough. That one broke me out, it did. I didn't want Bevy to be flipped, but the skull check says you're a dude and you've got no video of your gait. If you walk like this, you'd be a woman, you know, kipper-footed look, out at 4 and 8 o'clock, knees pointing in the same direction, look, because there's a diamond created when a woman walks. The hip is twisted, look. The shoulder's not quite tilted, but not every picture's perfect. They doubt the skulls only when the skulls don't work for them. After doing this for this long, you can all do it, right? You can all do it now. You don't need those skulls anymore, do you? You can just see the distance in his eyes on the left. Draw a triangle. This face is huge, look, but this face isn't. It's buried by this giant skull at the top, bellowing outwards. Look, she's widest in the hairline and not in the cheekbone. She has no cheekbones. But I'll tell you who does. This fella here, look. These big male cheekbones. A lot of people, a lot of trolls have put the wrong skulls on purpose. On famous people, on me, on people in the chat. I've shown you how to do it. There's videos training you to look for the 50-50 face pictures. Too big. If you bring the skulls in, it'll bury it. But even when you bring the skulls in, you'll still see this bellowing head that fits the female. It's practice. It really is. It's a gift from God when you can see it just by looking at their eyes. The distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I've said it all. They'd love to tell you in the songs. The mince is final. You know, men don't walk like this. I don't walk like this. I've got straight legs. I don't tilt sideways. I don't rock like a, what do they call it? A metronome. I don't rock like a metronome, but women do. And there's like a piston, if you imagine an engine piston going up and down here, there's like a jiggle to your hip there that God put in. Jiggle. My money doesn't jiggle, it folds. Real women are dainty. Don't get me wrong, even when you get a tall woman, she's still tender, she's still a female. She's not brute force man, as you've come to recognise, surely, the difference between the male and female skeleton. I've taught you how to recognise it in the gaits, and I've taught you how to recognise it in the skulls. For my teacher to say the skulls don't work is nonsense, because Bevy liked all my pictures at the start, right? Until Sean skull checked her. Skull checked her. And forensics doesn't lie, does it? People do. We've seen a couple of people trying to force gates and still get caught. This is your final answer, folks, to everything, to all of them. I'm just a normal guy. I'm just a normal guy that discovered the truth. I'm a magician that realised I was fooled. That's what I did for 20 odd years of my life. I was close-up magic and balloons and parties and weddings and christenings and opening events. I fooled people for many years, but they paid me to do it, and they knew what I was doing. When I discovered that water was level and I'm not spinning, that was a horrible trick to have played on me, because I'd have been led towards God, realising that I'm not spinning, the earth is flat, water's level, 72% of the earth is water. You do the maths, it's real simple. But anybody who wants to debate flat earth at this point, just don't even bother. You can't even accept the simple thing that you're not spinning and the water's level. I can't even be bothered with it. Your IQ is not high enough to even articulate the heavy load. And it is heavy load. But God made sure that you were strong enough to take it, right? You took it. I did. I cried. I laughed and then I cried. But I took it. Because I know He's there now. That was the reassurance from God Himself. I'm here. Here's the proof. The world's flat. They lied to you. Why did they lie to you? Because they're hiding God. You'd realise that God existed if the world was flat. And it is flat. So God exists. But you're not happy with that. The world's not spinning. Everything above you goes around you because you're at the centre of everything. If there was a universe. But there isn't. There's just earth. Apparently we're in the middle of God's living room. We're a footstool. And He watches us. Oh man, He watches us all, doesn't He? He was there when you was born. He's going to be there when you die. He can tell you how many freckles you got on your body, how many hairs are on your head. That's the glory and power that created all of this. And people say, well, why is He letting us be fooled? Because we fell from grace. We're now climbing back up. We can see Him. You understand? They buried Him. They buried Him under lies. The flat earth, the dinosaurs, the evolution. They just buried Him. And then a simple thought that I had, I'm not spinning, led me through all of this. They're doing it because they're recreated in the image of Satan, of the Baphomet, whatever you want to call him. Where everything is backwards to what God said. It's written in the book, the Bible, the Holy Bible, that it is as esteemed as the potter's clay to turn everything they say and do, Satan's minions, upon its head. 180 degrees. 18,666. Turn it backwards. Invert it backwards to the truth. and you have an answer. Did man walk on the moon? No, you can't even get to the moon, and there weren't men if they did. That's the power of the truth. That's the glory of God inside you. He left us these great clues in the teeth alone. In the teeth. I'm a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear. I'm a gummy bear. Tell me, who's got the bigger cheekbones? Who's got wider eyes? But who's got the bigger, flatter forehead? Who's got the bowling ball shaped head? And who's looks like a tic tac? God left you these clues. Anybody who tells you the skulls don't work. Practice those faces. Then look at anyone's faces. On the lion smile alone, I failed this person. I don't know who it is. Son. It's the son of Martin Landau, apparently. Look at the state of their men legs. Women have got lovely legs. You do. You look like bowling skittles. But if you turn the bowling skittle upside down, so the fat bit's your chicken nom nom, and the skinny bit the calf, that's what your legs look like to me. Like beautiful bowling ball skittle legs. Not these skinny, vegan, muscly, gummy beard women with wide eyes. Sid the Sloth. Got Sid the Sloth eyes all night long. Martin Landau. Are you in the back file, Martin? Oh, she's not in the back file. And I'm out of pictures anyway. We did get some nice gates. Let's go back and grab them. Look at them gnashers. Honestly, it's like looking like a great white shark. If they exist. Oh, this whale's screwed. It's enough to send one crazy. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Long face. Martin Landau with those soft eyes. That's not a steely gaze, is it? It looks like Sean Connery there. Sean Connery. Miss Moneypenny. Looks a little bit like Sean. Martin Landau dead. That's a nice one. We'll take that one, Martin. The old kipper foot from Flamingo. I think we'll take that as your face, you know. Dink. There was another gate one. The one with a beautiful gate. That's not him. It's James Dean. That's another one. And there's another one, isn't there? Yeah, there it is.